We are go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Toonami channel, the TV channel you always wanted but never got. For this video, we will be covering the entirety of the year 2008. If you haven't watched the first 7 videos in the series, I will include a link to the first video in the description. But as a quick refresher, the goal of this series is to create an ongoing 24-hour schedule for a hypothetical Toonami channel. Last time we covered 2007, so let's take a quick look at where we left off. First, looking at the weekday schedule, starting at midnight is the Midnight Run. This is a more mature block which consists of Cowboy Bebop, Bleach, Death Note, Fullmetal Alchemist, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Inuyasha, Blood Plus, Trendy Blood, Eureka 7, Samurai Champloo, Trigun, and Astro Boy. Then the Rising Sun starts, which is a more kid-friendly block. It kicks off with Crypto the Superdog, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Pokemon, The Batman, Teen Titans, Ben 10, Code Lyoko, Transformers Cybertron, Crypto the Superdog, The Batman, and Stormhawks. After the Rising Sun, we have back-to-back episodes of Dragon Ball Z at noon. Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hikaru no Go, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes, Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo, Zatch Bell, Mare, iShield 21, Ida 10 Jump, and Dot Hack Roots. Starting at 6:30 p.m., we have back-to-back episodes of One Piece and back-to-back episodes of Naruto. After that, it's the Dragon Ball Chronicles block, featuring an episode of Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Finally, we have the Giant Robot block, which has Zoid's Genesis, Zeta Gundam, The Big O, and Full Metal Panic. That covers our weekday lineup, but weekends are slightly different. Every Friday, we will show a movie at 7 p.m. On Saturdays, there's a movie or viewer's choice marathon in the Midnight Run, starting at midnight. At 8 a.m., there's a Dragon Ball marathon until noon, and then at 7 p.m., there's an encore of the movie from Friday night. Sundays have our weekly airing of Fully Cooley at 1 a.m. And at 8 a.m., there's a Dragon Ball Z marathon until noon, which is immediately followed by a viewer's choice marathon until 2 p.m. And finally, at 6 p.m., we have a Dragon Ball GT marathon until 10 p.m. I mentioned movies, so here's our list of movies that we can air. There are 2 groups, the standard lineup and the Midnight Run lineup. I won't list them all, but they're shown on screen if you want to read them. Before moving on to 2008, let's recap what happened on New Year's Eve. We celebrated with an evening of giant robots, starting with the premiere of Transformers Animated at 7 p.m., followed by the premiere of Gundam Seed Destiny at 8:30, which ran until midnight. Now let's get to the new stuff. It's New Year's Day, and the Midnight Run is premiering a new show. I picked this one out myself, so enjoy this freshly made promo.
And you are my master, correct? I am Saber, your servant. I have come in response to your summons.
You've been dragged into a certain tournament of sorts. It's the Holy Grail Wars, a battle royale between 7 masters.
The more you cling to these overly idealistic notions, the more devastating it'll be for you.
Stop calling me Master, will you? It's freaking me out!
Then I will call you Shiro. Yes, I think I like the sound of that name much better anyway. All this time, you were my scabbard, Shiro.
Only Toonami on Cartoon Network.
Fate Stay Night is the first anime adaptation of the Fate Stay Night visual novel. The Fate franchise would eventually become a worldwide phenomenon, but this anime had some modest success in its time. Many people regard it as terrible, but while it's very flawed, it does have its charms. I think that most of the criticism towards the show came later as better Fate anime eventually overshadowed it. Regardless, I do think that this show would have done well in a late night slot in 2008. Fate Stay Night was licensed by Geneon, but Geneon actually went out of business in late 2007. Funimation stepped in to distribute Fate on DVD afterwards, before Sentai Filmworks eventually acquired the rights later. So whether the Toonami channel made a deal with a dying Geneon or with Funimation, both companies have worked with Toonami in the past, so there shouldn't be any licensing issues. We're going to show the first 6 episodes on New Year's Day from midnight to 3 a.m. And with New Year's Day over, we can work on the regular schedule for January. We need to find time slots for Transformers Animated, Gundam Seed Destiny, and Fate Stay Night. Transformers Animated can air in the rising sun at 10 a.m. and later at 5 p.m. I think it can appeal to both younger children and older audiences, so let's try 2 time slots. Gundam Seed Destiny will go in the giant robot block at 11:30. Like the original Gundam Seed, Destiny has some more mature content, but not enough to force it into the midnight run, so it will air right before the midnight run instead. Fate Stay Night does cross the line into being too mature for the regular lineup, so into the midnight run it goes. I don't think it would be a major player, so it won't get one of the earlier time slots. 3 a.m. is a solid time where it should be able to get a decent audience. Of course, some shows need to go to make room for these new shows. Transformers Animated is kicking out Transformers Cybertron and iShield 21. Transformers Cybertron has been here for a long time, and it makes sense to pass the torch to the next Transformers show. iShield 21 just premiered last year, but we only had a handful of episodes to work with, so it needs to go. Gundam Seed Destiny is replacing Zeta Gundam for obvious reasons. I've been chaining together different Gundam series because I feel like Gundam should be a Toonami mainstay. We'll see how long I can keep that going. Fate Stay Night is kicking out Trinity Blood, which had a respectable but ultimately forgettable run on Adult Swim. Let's move on to March, which will be packed with 3 shows and 2 movies. First, let's look at those shows. 2 are new to the channel, and 1 is actually an old friend.
A new world of adventure is beginning with Bakugan. Each card holds its own battling beast. It's on! But as these new brawlers soon discover, Bakugan isn't just a game. Oh no! These battles are for the fate of Destroya, and the only way to win is as a team.
Yeah, come and get!
Watch the premiere of Bakugan tonight at 9 p.m.
You up for a battle?
Always only on Cartoon Network. Ever want to be powerful or important?
You got that right!
That's how Shu feels, and he's about to get his wish times 1,000. Because Shu does have power, and he's about to become the most important boy around.
Let's get him!
With a little help from his shadow, the infamous Blue Dragon. Maybe help isn't the right word.
What's going on?
Check out Blue Dragon in Toonami tonight at 10. You and your shadow.
Don't mess with us!
Only on Cartoon Network.
Samurai Jack will continue, so stay here.
Samurai Jack is back. I do want to mention that in real life, shows left and came back to Adult Swim and Toonami all the time, but they usually just took a few months off, came back for a while, then maybe take another month or 2 off, and then come back for a while. So when I make schedules for the Toonami channel, I just ignore these brief breaks. It would be impossible to juggle shows leaving and returning constantly. But Samurai Jack is different. 3.5 years is a long time, so I decided to reflect that on the Toonami channel. Of course, it was on Cartoon Network during this period, just not on Toonami. But anyway, I'm glad it's back. Bakugan aired on Toonami just once on March 22nd, 2008. But of course, it was airing on Cartoon Network outside of Toonami as well. It was probably just used as a gap filler as Blue Dragon took its place the following week. Bakugan was pretty popular in its time with a successful toy line. Blue Dragon is an adaptation of the Blue Dragon video games, which had their fans, but I don't think they've managed to stay relevant all these years later. Now let's show off those 2 new movies.
Ash, Dawn, and Brock are all fired up for a Pokemon tournament in Alamos Town.
I am so psyched!
It's a peaceful place full of spirited Pokemon and trainers, all ready to battle. But in this lovely garden lives a mysterious new Pokemon named Darkrai. And meanwhile, in another dimension, a fierce battle rages that could destroy Alamos Town and all of its people.
What's this?
It's a battle of time versus space Pokemon.
Something's very wrong.
Can Ash and the gang battle Darkrai and survive the onslaught of Palkia and Dialga? Or will everything be destroyed?
If those two collide once more, it's over for all of us.
Cartoon Network presents the U.S. premiere of the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl movie, The Rise of Darkrai. Sunday, February 24th at 7 p.m. Can music soothe the savage beast? Only on Cartoon Network.
An evil curse has turned Sophie into an old woman. Her only hope for a cure is a wizard named Howl and his moving castle. Now, Sophie and Howl will battle armies, evil wizards, and even Howl himself to break the curse and free them both, or die trying. Cartoon Network is proud to present Howl's Moving Castle, tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Cartoon Network.
Pokemon The Rise of Darkrai is the 10th Pokemon film, and the Cartoon Network broadcast was actually the American premiere of the film. It didn't have a theatrical release in America, and the DVD wasn't out yet, so this is pretty special, and I imagine that a lot of Pokemon fans made sure to watch this broadcast. Howl's Moving Castle is a classic Studio Ghibli film directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's a great addition to our film catalog, bringing our total number of Ghibli films to 5. Looking at the schedule, we need to find spots for Samurai Jack, Bakugan, and Blue Dragon. Bakugan is a toy commercial, so it will air in the rising sun at 9:30 a.m. However, toy commercials can be fun for older audiences too, so it can air at 7 p.m. right before Naruto. Bakugan was a big deal, so I want to give it a good time slot. Blue Dragon will air at 6:30 right before Bakugan. Samurai Jack is the ultimate schedule filler, as it will do well at any time. Let's air it at 1 in the afternoon and 5:30 in the evening. Some of those choices may seem a bit arbitrary, but they're actually very intentional. 4 shows are leaving the channel, those being Code Lyoko, Fantastic Four, E to 10 Jump, and unfortunately, One Piece. While it's sad to see the other 3 shows leave, One Piece is a major loss. While there was no official explanation for the cancellation, it was probably just low viewership. The Funimation dub fixed a lot of things, but it couldn't completely erase the awful legacy of the 4Kids dub. On top of this, maybe switching dubs confused viewers. This is all speculation, so if you want to speculate with me, let me know your theories in the comments. April is going to slow things down a bit with just one new show, but it's a fan favorite full of giant robots, political intrigue, and of course, pizza.
Not hurry! I thought it was on me. I wanted to end.
Code Geass was one of the most popular anime of the late 2000s, and to this day, I still see Lelouch cosplayers at conventions. It's definitely classic, and it was a big win for Adult Swim. While it is a mech anime, it can't go in the giant robot block. Code Geass is infamous for its constant fan service, so it has to go in the midnight run. It will air at 1 a.m. right after Bleach. Fans of Johnny Young Bosch will be happy to listen to him for a full hour every night. This does mean that Eureka 7 will be leaving. It had an impressive 2-year run, but with so many amazing shows on Adult Swim in this era, it has to go. Moving on to May, we have just one new show. This show is also a big deal, but in a very different way.
Everybody's got to grow up sooner or later. Ben 10 Alien Force is next. Enjoy this little kernel of goodness we call Ben 10 Alien Force. And now the moment you've been waiting a few moments for, Ben 10 Alien Force.
Ben 10 Alien Force is the sequel series to Ben 10. With a 5-year gap after the first show, the characters are a bit older and the stakes are higher. Unlike Ben 10, this series did actually air on Toonami, if only for a few months. But I'm happy to bring it to the Toonami channel, where I expect it to stay for a long time. It will air at 9:30 in the rising sun, right after the original Ben 10. And of course, this show deserves a spotlight, so it will air at 6 p.m. as well. With some shifting, Dot Hack Roots will leave the channel. Dot Hack Roots didn't get a fair run on Cartoon Network, so I wanted to give it a chance on the Toonami channel. And it looks like there isn't much Dot Hack left to air on the Toonami channel. We already aired Sign and Legend of the Twilight, so Roots may be the last time we'll see the franchise on the channel. We'll see what the future holds. July is going to be the second biggest month of the year. We have 2 new shows and 4 movies. First, the 2 shows. The first is a Toonami Jetstream exclusive, and the second is a show that I picked out for the channel.
Let's get started!
Huh?
You can be strong too, Misaki. Agent's eyes don't count in angelic lair. Believe in yourself. And Hikaru too.
Angel Wings! Please stand Hikaru!
Hey, get off of me! Let me go, you guys!
You're
I'm not anybody suspicious!
Tell it down at the station, pal.
Come on, I'm a good guy! Come on, you guys!
Only Toonami on Cartoon Network.
Kiba is a tie-in show to a trading card game also called Kiba. The game was never released in America, and Jetstream only aired some of the series, so it's safe to say that it never took off here in the US. The game didn't last long in Japan either, so I feel like this show was dead on arrival. Angelic Layer is also an anime about a game, but this game isn't real. It features dolls that can be controlled via headset and fight each other. As a huge fan of Gundam, I'm convinced that this show influenced Gundam Build Fighters. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but it sure seems that way to me. Anyway, Angelic Layer was licensed by ADV Films and released on DVD in 2003, meaning that this could have aired on the Toonami channel years ago. So why am I choosing to air it now? Well, I just watched it this past month. I only add shows that I've watched because I want to be familiar with my choices. This does create a huge flaw in this whole Toonami channel project. I'm sure that there are lots of shows out there that would be great additions to the channel, but I can only watch so much anime. Oh well. When you think about it, Toonami sometimes went back and showed us older anime too. It wasn't always the latest stuff fresh from Japan, so in a way, this is realistic. Now let's talk about those movies. We have 2 new ones and 2 movies returning to the channel.
Get out of here.
Superman, don't.
That's why I'm here.
Sometimes the greatest triumphs are born of the greatest tragedies.
Even gods must die.
Witness the evolution of evil.
Never seen Superman take such a pounding.
And the fall of the Man of Steel. Superman Doomsday premieres next Saturday at 9 p.m. only on Cartoon Network. Toonami presents the ultimate double feature. First, the most deranged villain in Gotham is back for revenge. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Then, when a race of super beings attack Hidden Sand Village, Naruto must try and stop an all-out war.
Stand and fight!
Legend of the Stone of Jalel.
Let's go!
Return of the Joker, followed by an all-new Naruto movie, starting Saturday at 5:30 on Cartoon Network.
Someone is sending a chill through Gotham City. Fortunately, Batman and Robin are here to break the ice.
We're going to finish this! If I'm not back in time, go without me! Grab her!
Wait! December 8th, temperatures in Gotham are plummeting. Cartoon Network presents a special Batman movie. Sub-Zero. Friday, December 8th at 5. Toonami gets a little cooler.
Superman Doomsday is the first in a long line of direct-to-DVD DC Comics films. It's an adaptation of the Death of Superman comic event. It, and most other DC direct-to-DVD films, is not made for kids, featuring violence and language. This led to it being heavily censored for the Toonami broadcast. Naruto: The Legend of the Stone of Jalel is the second Naruto movie. Like Pokemon: The Rise of Darkrai, this is technically the US premiere of this movie. There was no theatrical release, and the DVD came out a few days later, so I'm sure a ton of fans were watching this premiere. Batman Sub-Zero and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker have both been on Toonami and the Toonami channel before, but there's nothing wrong with showing good movies again. Both of these films are amazing, and I'm happy to have them on the channel again. Here comes the hard pill to swallow. 6 shows are leaving the channel this month. Bobobo, Samurai Champloo, Trigun, and the entire Dragon Ball franchise. All 3 Dragon Ball shows are leaving. This is the canary in the coal mine. Trigun actually left Adult Swim a long time ago. However, it would come back for one night in 2012. That's a story for another video. So I think it was fine to keep it for just a bit longer, but regardless, it can't stay forever. Likewise, Dragon Ball GT left a long time ago, but Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were still on Toonami and eventually Jetstream. So I think it made sense to keep all 3. But now that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are leaving Jetstream, GT needs to go as well. And I can't keep them around forever, as the Nicktoons channel bought the rights to air the Dragon Ball franchise in 2010. Obviously, with 6 shows leaving and only 2 new shows coming to the channel, we need to seriously reorganize the schedule, so strap in. First, the midnight run is going to start an hour earlier, at 11 p.m. This has been a long time coming. Adult Swim started airing earlier and earlier over the years, and the Toonami channel should do the same with the midnight run. I doubt this will be the last time the midnight run gets an expansion. Remember that in addition to that extra hour, Samurai Champloo and Trigun are leaving, so that makes 2 full hours that need to be filled in the midnight run. Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, Bleach, and Inuyasha will all get a second airing every night. We'll start with an hour of Code Geass at 11. The Giant Robot block used to have this hour, so let's put a Giant Robot show there to keep fans happy. An hour of Bebop, an hour of Bleach, and an hour of Inuyasha will follow. The Giant Robot block is also starting earlier at 9 p.m. Nothing changes within the block. The daily hour of Naruto will start a half hour later at 8 p.m. and before it at 7 p.m. and 7:30, Angelic Layer and Kiba will air. This will shift some shows back, but things will largely stay the same. The hour of Dragon Ball Z at noon is being replaced by another hour of Naruto. That takes care of weekdays, but you may remember that Saturdays and Sundays had Dragon Ball franchise marathons, so we need to address those. Saturday mornings used to have a Dragon Ball marathon. I have a great idea for a replacement. We have the Midnight Run and the Rising Sun, which are named after former Toonami blocks. So let's resurrect another Toonami block. Toonami Super Saturdays will take over Saturday mornings. This will be a large block of superhero shows running from 6 a.m. to noon. And to fill this block, we're bringing back some old favorites. The Super Saturdays lineup will be Crypto the Superdog, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Batman, Teen Titans, Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Static Shock, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited. The star of the lineup is actually very similar to the regular weekday lineup, but will diverge more as time goes on. I think this block is a great way to satisfy the superhero craze of this time period. Sunday mornings had a Dragon Ball Z marathon, so let's replace it with the new most popular show, Naruto. The weekly Naruto marathon will run from 8 a.m. to noon. Sunday evenings used to have a Dragon Ball GT marathon, but I don't think we need a replacement. Sunday evenings can just act as normal evenings from now on. And with that, we have revamped the whole schedule. Sort of. While there were a lot of changes, the core schedule is still there. There's a lot of Naruto, but that makes sense. And the Midnight Run has a lot of repetition, but that will be fixed very soon, because we're moving on to August with 2 new shows for the Midnight Run. One of these actually aired on Adult Swim, and the other is my 3rd pick for this year.
My name is Louise Francois de la Valliere.
Excuse me, ma'am. Something the matter? I think it'd be better if you picked someone else.
That's right, Earth. Until a few minutes ago, I was located in Tokyo, Japan, which is located on Earth.
My servant that exists somewhere in this vast universe! I wish and assert from the very bottom of my heart. Answer my guidance and appear! I made a proper summons. It just happened that this guy showed up.
He's a perfect familiar for Louise the Zero.
Oh, Pentagon that rules the 5 powers, bless this individual and make him my familiar.
Only Toonami on Cartoon Network.
Moribito, Guardian of the Spirit is a show I haven't seen, but definitely looks good. Production IG usually makes great looking shows, and this seems to be one of them. The Familiar of Zero is an example of an early isekai anime before the big isekai boom. It's also a magical harem show, making it similar to Tenchi Muyo in that regard. Looking back, I don't think that we've had any ecchi comedy shows since Tenchi. Of course, because it's a bit spicy at times, it's going on the Midnight Run. I don't want to censor it to death just so it can air in the daytime. And it's not anything crazy, it's just scantily dressed women and sexual humor. And while yes, it is a comedy, it does have plenty of action, so it fits on the Toonami channel. The first season was dubbed and released on DVD in 2008 by Funimation and Geneon, making this a fairly recent show at the time. However, only the first season was dubbed, so it's the only season that will air on the Toonami channel. I imagine that if this show did air on TV, more seasons would have been dubbed, but we can't assume that. And we aren't missing out on anything amazing. The first season is by far the best one, at least in my opinion. Both shows are going to the midnight run, so let's put the familiar of Zero at 2 AM and Moribito at 2:30. We'll cut one airing of Code Geass and one airing of Cowboy Bebop, and shift Bleach and Inuyasha forward by an hour. Now the only two midnight run shows with 2 episodes each day are Bleach and Inuyasha, which are both hundreds of episodes long, so I think it makes sense to give them more airtime. August is over, September is here, we can't run from it, we can't delay it. We just have to face it head on. September 20th, 2008, 11 p.m.
Well, this is the end, beautiful friends. After more than 11 years, this is Toonami's final broadcast. It's been a lot of fun, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you who've made this journey with us. Toonami wouldn't have been anything without you. Hopefully, we've left you with some good memories. So, until we meet again, stay gold. Bang.
We can't be too melodramatic. We know that Toonami would come back 4 years later in 2012. But at the time, everyone, including the people running Toonami, thought that it was gone for good. I won't dive too deep into the cancellation, as so many people have given so many different reasons for it. Personally, I think that there were several reasons why it happened, there was no one reason. But anyway, with Toonami gone, does that mean that Cartoon Network stopped airing action shows? Of course not. Adult Swim still had plenty of action, and Cartoon Network introduced several action shows to its lineup. So moving forward, we can still use shows from the main Cartoon Network channel for our Toonami channel. Yes, I'm continuing the Toonami channel project. Maybe it's unrealistic, maybe they would have canceled the Toonami channel in addition to the Toonami block, but there's no way to know for sure. So we can only assume the best and keep going. This channel never existed in the first place, all of this is just pretend, so why would we stop here? It's time to move on to October. which has 2 shows from Cartoon Network and 2 new movies.
This fall, a brand new Cartoon Network original series launches into action.
We've never pushed your power this far.
I'm ready for this.
The Secret Saturdays. A family of scientists dedicated to tracking the world's most bizarre creatures fight to stop the evil Phoebe Argost and his plan to rule the world. Doc, Drew, and Zack are...
Come on, people, action time!
The Secret Saturdays. Coming this fall, only on Cartoon Network.
Looks peaceful, But look closer, one must. Because for every star, a story there is.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars begins October 3rd at 9 p.m. on Cartoon Network.
On the next Action Flicks, an evil entity is threatening the human race.
Don't move, Martian!
And someone must rally our heroes.
Are you with me?
Or it's game over for planet Earth.
Fight on! To the last breath! Fight on!
Action Flicks presents the world television premiere of Justice League: The New Frontier, tonight at 9, only on Cartoon Network. This is Action Flicks. Every Saturday night, he brings you the best in action movies. Starting tomorrow, from the producers of The Dark Knight, come 6 stories from 6 celebrated directors about one man. Action Flicks presents the world television premiere of Batman: Gotham Knight, tomorrow night at 9 on Cartoon Network.
The Secret Saturdays never aired on Toonami, but was an action show on Cartoon Network and would even cross over with Ben 10 Omniverse, so it makes sense to bring it to the Toonami channel. The show features a family that tracks down cryptids and comes into frequent conflict with nefarious enemies. It ran for 2 seasons from 2008 to 2010, so it wasn't a runaway success, but it's a solid show. Star Wars: The Clone Wars would eventually air on Toonami in 2013, but I think it makes sense to bring it to the Toonami channel early. This is different from the Clone Wars microseries from 2003. This is a full-length show utilizing CG animation. It was an immediate smash hit, running for 5 seasons on Cartoon Network, with a 6th season eventually premiering on Netflix and a 7th season on Disney+. I'm sure that if Disney hadn't bought Lucasfilm in 2012, Cartoon Network would have continued to air the Clone Wars for much longer. Justice League: The New Frontier and Batman: Gotham Knight are the 2nd and 3rd movies in the direct-to-video DC Comics lineup of animated films. Justice League: The New Frontier adapts a classic comic by Darwin Cook, and Batman: Gotham Knight is an anthology of stories taking place between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was the highest-grossing movie of 2008, and it was absolutely everywhere. On an interesting note, both movies had a TV-14 rating and aired mostly uncut, so I'm not sure why they censored Superman Doomsday so much earlier in the year. Maybe Cartoon Network is growing up? For scheduling, The Secret Saturdays will air at 8:30 a.m. right before Ben 10. Star Wars: The Clone Wars will air at 7:30 in the evening right before Naruto. Angelic Layer will be moved to 5 p.m. and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX will leave the channel. The last season of GX never aired in America and it wasn't dubbed either. Unfortunately, the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, 5Ds, isn't quite ready yet. It was airing on 4Kids TV at this point, but it's still a bit too soon to bring it over to the Toonami channel, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans will have to wait a bit. November is here with 1 new show and 2 new movies.
Monster! Aquaman, Wanna Beast, Shazam, Plastic Man, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Firestorm, Batgirl, Blue Beetle, Black Orchid, Booster Gold.
Mission accomplished.
Looks like Gotham City isn't just a one Cape Crusader kind of town anymore. Team up with Batman, the Brave and the Bold. New episodes, Fridays at 7 on Cartoon Network.
On the next Action Flicks.
Accept the truth and break free. The position of Sorcerer's Place was destined to be yours.
The gateway is now open. Who are you?
I'm Doctor Strange.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Action Flix presents the world television premiere of Doctor Strange. Tonight at 9, only on Cartoon Network. On the next Action Flix.
If any harm comes to the prince, we'll have an international incident on our hands.
They've got me surrounded!
It's over, kid.
To get him, you go through me!
With pleasure.
I promise to protect him no matter what!
They may be strong, but we're stronger still. Action Flix presents the world television premiere of Naruto, Guardians of the Crescent Moon Kingdom, tomorrow at 9, only on Cartoon Network.
Batman the Brave and the Bold is a more light-hearted take on Batman. Each episode features Batman teaming up with another hero, just like in the Brave and the Bold comic books. While it may not be the kind of Batman for everyone, it's a good show with some standout episodes and memeable moments. Doctor Strange the Sorcerer Supreme probably introduced many people to the character. This was long before Doctor Strange was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he never had his own cartoon show. I would say that this was his first movie, but apparently there was a 1978 made-for-TV movie about Doctor Strange. It sounds terrible, I'll have to watch it sometime. Naruto Guardians of the Crescent Moon Kingdom is the last movie based on the original Naruto series. And like the previous movie, this was the United States premiere of this film. The DVD release was just a few days later. It's cool that Cartoon Network managed to complete the trilogy of original Naruto films, even after the death of Toonami. It would have been nice if they finished airing the series itself, but oh well. We need to add Batman the Brave and the Bold to the schedule, and it's going to replace another Batman show, that being The Batman. The Batman was a kids' WB show that ran for 5 seasons, but Cartoon Network only aired the first 2 seasons. The Toonami channel aired it for a longer period of time, and I think that the entire series would have been able to air in that time. Regardless, it had a long run, and it's time for a new Batman to take over. Batman the Brave and the Bold will air at 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day, and its 7 a.m. showing will be part of the Super Saturday block. This year has been packed with superheroes. It makes sense, as superheroes were the biggest thing in 2008. So with the end of the year approaching, let's make this a superhero New Year's Eve. Starting at 4, we're going to show Ultimate Avengers. Immediately after, we'll show Ultimate Avengers 2, The Invincible Iron Man, and Doctor Strange. Yeah, none of these are brand new premieres, but a movie marathon is always nice. And while these movies aren't new, this one is.
What is this?
These are our parents.
Your parents were Avengers?
We're all that's left of their legacy.
They are the children of Earth's mightiest heroes.
I raised you all, hopefully, as your parents would have wanted. So I kept you hidden. And I kept the truth from you.
Ultron killed our parents!
He'll never stop hunting us.
Ultron will be coming for us now.
This is bad. This is really bad.
Superhuman variable cannot be permitted.
That's not fair! James doesn't even have any power!
Commencing termination.
We owe it to our parents.
Today we meet our destinies!
She means that in a good way, right?
Now, the call goes out to a new generation of heroes.
Whether you know it or not, you've prepared for this all your lives.
Avengers! Assemble!
Next, Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow continues the Marvel direct-to-video movies, and it features the children of the Avengers. This movie never aired on Cartoon Network, but I want to bring it to the Toonami channel while I still can. Disney is going to buy Marvel in 2009, so we may not have the option to air Marvel movies after that. So capping off the year will be a long Marvel movie marathon. And before we go, let's adjust our movie lineups. We had 11 new movies, including the return of Batman Sub-Zero and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. So we need to remove 11 movies. Let's get rid of the Batman vs. Dracula, the 2 remaining Dragon Ball Z films, Pokemon Forever, Heroes, Jirachi Wishmaker, and Destiny Deoxys, Spider-Man, Superman Brainiac Attacks, and both Ultimate Avengers movies. Most of these are being cut because they've been here a while, or because they're based on a show that has been cancelled. Also, while the Midnight Run didn't receive a single new movie this year, we have to adjust that lineup as well. We just got rid of Dragon Ball Z, Wrath of the Dragon, and Fusion Reborn, which also aired uncut on the Midnight Run. So let's replace them with uncut versions of Superman Doomsday and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, because apparently those 2 movies need to be censored for daytime TV. 2008 was a crazy year, and moving forward will be uncharted territory. Sure, Adult Swim and Cartoon Network will still bring us new shows, but we need some unique shows to make the Toonami channel something special. I have a feeling that we're going to get a major show next year, but until then, later.